MyLocalRadio.com is here for all of your 2019 Evanston Red Devil Conference soccer action. Catch the regular season online all season long as we bring you the games from across the western half of Wyoming. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Mountain West Business Solutions, by Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Landmark Plumbing and Heating, Dr. McKay Frankham DDS, Uinta County School District Number 1, Joe's Modern Cleaners, Ellingford Brothers, Legal Tender Restaurant and the Best Western Dunmar Inn, The Lumber Yard, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Bear River Dental, Superior Rental and the Gun Room, T-Bar-S Body Shop, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, MyLocalRadio.com, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Plains Tire, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cazines, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sievers Jewelers, and Flex Fitness. With the start of the match quickly approaching, let's take you to the booth.
Welcome back to Evanston City Field for a rescheduled contest of the Evanston boys and the Green River boys on the soccer pitch at Evanston City Field. Dark clouds in the background, but for now the weather is holding, minus some chilly temps and a little bit of wind. Kickoff just a couple of minutes away right here on MyLocalRadio.com. Jake Hibbert joined alongside Ryan Steinecker. When we come back, we'll hear from Chris Bieber, head coach of the Green River Wolves program, on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com. The Lumberyard in Evanston, Wyoming is your local IFA dealer. The Lumberyard has tons of animal feed lines and accessories to help with your farm and ranch. Since 1923, IFA has worked to manufacture and distribute the highest quality products to the agricultural community. The Lumberyard has partnered with IFA to develop product lines based on customer need. We won't sell you something that doesn't make you successful. Visit us online or at the Lumberyard today, your local IFA dealer, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Ryan Steinecker with Chris Bieber, head coach of the Green River Wolves. And, Coach, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. Second time this year.
Second time this year. It's a pleasure. Third time, really, because Friday could have been another one. But does this help you guys? I mean, last week you would have had 3 games. Maybe you still have 3 games this week?
Yeah, we still got 3. So either way, it would have worked. We're just glad it's not storming too badly. I'm ready for the snowstorm that's coming along tonight. So, it is what it is.
How do you feel about where your season's at right now?
We're not exactly where we want to be, but we're still figuring it out. We're still trying to, get guys in positions that they haven't been in, and trying to get that chemistry to just click a little bit.
I think fans and media members, we have this idea that coaches have it all figured out right at the beginning of the season, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it always is. You think you have something figured out by the beginning of the season, and then someone gets hurt or someone decides to do something that they're not supposed to do. And, not that that's the situation this year, but we did have many injuries, and then we had people go on spring break. And, there's things that have contributed to not being 100% sure where we want to be right now. So.
5th place in the conference currently. Of course, a few games left. As you mentioned, 3 games this week, Evanston, and then the other 2. You guys feel like you should be higher? Are you disappointed? Are you got work to do?
Yeah, we definitely got work to do. We don't want to be in 5th, but at the end of the day, we got to finish the ball in the back of the net. If you don't do that, then things aren't going to be successful for your program. So you can only play defense so long.
2-2 tie when Evanston played at your place. How do you feel your guys played?
Not great. It was a couple of defensive lapses. One on the big throw coming across, and I remember it plain as day with a back heel, like just a free-for-all throw of the foot, and went over my keeper's head. And so there's those things that you're like, okay, all right, it is what it is. Again, we learn, we move on, and we got to figure out what's going to happen for the next day. So.
You're going to have to deal with that today, that long throw, and especially with the more narrow field.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be more of a hazard on this field, losing about 6 to 10 yards. I'm not sure exactly how much we lose, but we're ready for it. We've been practicing with our guy that throws the big ball, and hopefully we're where we need to be.
Yeah, Cornea for Evanston, Gwaltney for you guys. You both have a big throw. That's a dangerous weapon offensively.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a great asset to have. Sometimes I think both of us would depend on it a little too much as an offensive crutch, but hopefully one of us will make it happen and it'll work out for the end.
What do you feel like you need to do on this field against Evanston to earn a win?
Well, obviously we don't play on grass, so just trying to make sure we keep our footing, understanding the ball's not going to roll like it does on a turf field, and spacing. Making sure that we're not stepping on top of each other's feet and on top of each other, period, and putting ourselves where we need to be to get the next pass to move up the field.
Did you? I know you're looking at other scores and what other teams are doing. Yeah. How much attention did you get, or did it get? How much did it get your attention to see Evanston beat Rock Springs 3-2 last week?
Oh yeah, huge. Especially when we played them after that. We played Rock Springs right after that game, and knowing that Evanston scored, it was 0-0 at halftime, and then they scored 3 goals in the first 15 minutes, and then Rock Springs I think had 2 PKs, which was their goal scores. That's huge. That's making noise when you do that to supposedly the number 2 team in the state. It's huge.
Coach, anything else we should touch on?
No, I'm just excited to be here.
It's a pleasure to talk with you, Coach Bieber. Thanks for your time. Good luck today and the rest of the season.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Welcome back to Evanston, as we get a little echo there. And the game is underway, a rescheduled one between Evanston and Green River on the boys' side, waiting till 5:30 to begin this game. And we should be able to get it in before the snowstorm comes. Last time it was a 2-2 tie in overtime between these two teams. That was at Lincoln Middle School at the Green River High School football field, soccer complex as well. Evanston scored first. Green River scored 2 in the middle, and then Ramon Rivera equalized at the end of it. Well, this time we'll have to wait and see. Evanston had a 2-0 lead the last time they were out on this field. They didn't even get out onto the field on Friday, just a straight rescheduling with how late the delay went. Close shot on a throw-in towards the goal. And it was a 3-2 victory after going up 2-0 over Rock Springs, a team that was on a 2-game slide, make it a 3-game slide after the Evanston loss, which was number 2 in the standings, but at the end of it and coming into this week standing at number 4, which I think is probably about where you expected Rock Springs if you saw them play the first time. They're probably a middle-of-the-pack team as the cream is starting to rise. Jackson, number 1. I'm not sure I saw that one coming, but after seeing them play and how fast and how furiously they can get goals in, I'm not surprised. Star Valley's got a lot of athleticism. They've got a very fine goal scorer up top. And then Kelly Walsh is always a solid program as well. That's your top 3. Evanston with 4 points standing in the number 7 spot and really needing basically to win out and then some help after that. But 3 games this week and 3 opportunities. If they can play a little bit like they did against Rock Springs, maybe a chance, especially in a game like Green River today and then Jackson on Friday.
You said it, Jake. Evanston needs to win out and need a little bit of help. Natrona's a few points ahead of them right now in the standings and has a couple of games this week as well. And it won't be easy this week. Obviously, playing Monday, they got to play tomorrow here at home and then travel up to Jackson Friday. So a full week. And that's if – I mean, you think about – look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. There's a possibility. I don't know what the percentage is, but there is a possibility of weather and maybe having to postpone or think about moving games a little bit too.
I was told 60% on that chance for snow, but 100% chance that that's the last home game on the schedule, so maybe you can let it go a little bit.
Right.
They had practice out here today for the JV boys prior to this contest. Field's recovered fairly nicely.
Yeah, it's really in pretty good shape. And, I mean, we said, that first game after they cleared the snow and played on it, it was probably the greenest grass in the county, and it remains so. It really is in pretty good condition.
Just the final few days of April. We'll be at May before the end of the week in 3 games. Tomorrow we're here for Star Valley, 3 and 5 o'clock as normally scheduled, we hope. And Pablo Escalante from behind midfield. Did he have that on Friday as well? Did you see him, Ryan? He's got a new do.
The ponytail?
Well, it's more than a ponytail. There's braids involved too, and I don't know if that's shells or beads.
Oh, no, I didn't notice that last week.
Have to zoom in on that at halftime. Of course, that'll cut into our dog cam as we get all of the local pets who come out to support the Evanston soccer team.
I think Donna Bruce just cringed as you said that.
Well, we're used to this at most of the soccer season, but I think for the first time we've got the Seagulls coming out as well.
Oh, McDonald's is closed, so
they got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Offside's called. And we'll give you the starters after we go into our first break, but not too many changes all the way around. We'll have to see. Chase Stoger was a game-time decision for Green River the last time Green River and Evanston played with a hip injury that he tweaked a little bit at a Warland tournament. You'll have to see how he's at it. If he's recovered, I think he was a little bit minimized in his capability to really make a difference in that last contest.
Yeah, and the things that he does, even with that hip injury, he did some pretty cool things, and the way he can move with the ball and controls the ball, keeps it so close to his feet. He'll be a little bit better than that today.
Down to 35 and a half minutes to go in the opening half. We'll have starters for both sides. No score on the Impact Physical Therapy Board, and more continuous live action right here on mylocalradio.com on a chock-full week of sports. We'll talk about that a little bit when we come back as well on this presentation of Red Devil Soccer.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Back here on mylocalradio.com, Evanston versus Green River. Start off with the starting 11 before we get a substitution with the Green River Wolves at the 33-48 mark. In the goal, Tyler Killett is a sophomore. And then let's go down the line in numbers-wise. Jacob Foose is number 2, a sophomore. Chase Stoger, a senior midfielder, number 6. Tani Perez wears number 10, a junior. Hayden Counts, a senior, number 15. Number 16 is Orrin Watts-Pavey, a sophomore. Already mentioned Killett in the goal. Eric Gwaltney, a defender and throw-in man, wears number 22 and a senior. Also a senior in the defensive back. Kyle Ivey wears number 23. Grant Cobb, number 27, a senior. And Caleb Ragsdale wears number 30 and is a senior. No score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Green River in the white jerseys, white shorts, and Evanston in all red with a little bit of blue trim on the sides. Let's move over to their starters. Number 1 in the goal, junior Latham Chandler, and a second-year starter in the net. Beckham Carver is a midfielder junior, wears number 3. Bradshaw Hawk, a captain midfielder, wears number 5 and is a senior. Pablo Escalante, a forward and a senior as well, wears number 7. Andrick Cortez, kind of a Swiss Army knife, play him where you need him, wears number 8 at midfield defense or sometimes on the wing as well, a senior. Weston Wiley, one of the 2 of 3 captains. Weston Wiley wears number 10, senior and a midfielder. Tyus Cornea, number 15, the other captain, defensive man and throw-in specialist. Scored a goal with the throw-in the last time Evanston competed. Free kick for Green River, and Chase Stoger nearly gets one in just below the crossbar, but Latham Chandler knocked it out. Continuing with the starters, Carter Garfias, a senior defender. A lot of seniors on this program, including Angel Rodriguez, a defender and a senior as well. Ramon Rivera, just a sophomore, midfielder forward, wears number 19, and Sean Knighton rounds out the starting 11 for Evanston, number 23 and a junior. Corner kick, header, and ruled away, negated on that header over, out of bounds. Back to a goal kick for Evanston, 31:52 left in the first half, as Tyus Cornea sets up for a goal kick out.
A called push or hold or some kind of foul in the box against Green River.
Evanston with 4 points, I believe, after this most recent week of standings. In 7th place and 6 points behind number 6, I believe, in Natrona.
Correct, yeah. Natrona's at 10 points, 3-5-1 overall, or in conference play.
Near rare mistake by Tyus Cornea. Ends up heading out of bounds. Jacob Foose was trying to get a run on it.
And there's not a big separation. Green River at 12 points is in 5th, so they're not too far ahead of Evanston, real close with Natrona.
Well, we mentioned we have a full week of games. Of course, one added as Gwaltney throws in for Green River. Of course, this one today just a one-off, 5:30, rescheduling after thunderstorms, and then lighting became an issue as there's no night lights here at the Evanston City Field, so you got to get it in with daylight. So this game's rescheduled. Tomorrow, Star Valley, 3 and 5 on senior day, I guess, for Evanston City Field. 3 and 5, 3 for the girls, 5 for the boys. On Wednesday, we are in Green River for baseball action. American Legion baseball season continues after opening days on Saturday and Sunday at the Paul Eastridge Invitational. They are playing a 7-inning game against the Green River Knights at Stratton Myers Park. On Thursday, we're off, but back in it on Friday with the final regular season soccer matchup of the year against Jackson, and that is at Jackson Hole High School. The varsity football field will be the site for both of those games, scheduled an hour back from what we're used to, 4 o'clock for the girls, 6 o'clock for the boys. Killett picks up a rolling ball near the net and will send it out, and then our broadcast has just picked up, our week has just picked up a couple of more broadcasts as there has been a late tournament edition for the Evanston Outlaws on Saturday and Sunday. They play in a Rock Springs tournament. We'll be there to bring you Saturday games. I've been told there are 2, don't have the times or opponents yet for that.
So you got games every day, but Wednesday and Thursday?
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, not Wednesday.
Not Wednesday. Got
Outlaws
games,
Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
Outlaws, yeah. Red Devils Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Outlaws Wednesday, Saturday. No score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Throw-in upcoming. A.J. Vergara to header. Grant Cobb, and then off the head of Counts. Close one. Still scoreless on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
Back here on a Monday afternoon, 27:45 on the clock left in the first half. Evanston in the red jerseys and Green River in the whites. This a critical game for both teams. Either way you slice it, Ryan, because the final week of the regular season and games loaded up due to postponements, and usually you have two anyways. Midweek games, end of the week games, everyone's fighting for position. Evanston needs a whole lot of help. A win here today would be the start of that, but they'd still be 3 points shy of even tying Natrona, not including their games that they have this week. Green River, they're trying to hold on to what they have and maybe try to get up a little bit above, as 1 through 5 has really done a whole lot of shuffling. 2 weeks ago, Rock Springs was number 1. Now they find themselves number 4. Jackson has climbed their way up to the top spot after a bit of a slow start. They've come on strong, and after an 8-0 win over Evanston, I think everyone saw how dangerous they could be.
Jackson just attacked so quickly, and even from the back, from that defensive side. And I was talking with Coach Richens before this game, just 30 minutes ago, Jake, and I said, "Okay, Coach, how much are you thinking about Jackson right now, and thinking about as you're strategized today, and how deep you go on the bench?" And he's like, "Oh, it's one game at a time," because he recognizes what you just said. They've got to win today and then move on from there. If they don't win today, it doesn't really matter as far as the conference standing goes, how they do the rest of the week. So starts with today, and see if they can beat Green River. But
only 3 games this week, and, well, out of the 3 games, I shouldn't say only. Out of the 3 games this week, they've only picked up a point against one of these teams, and that is Green River. In a 2-2 tie, it was a 3-0 loss to Star Valley, and then an 8-0 loss to Jackson, an 11-0 goal differential, and then you have a 2-2 tie against Green River in a game that Evanston led and then was able to come back against a team that's classically known to drop back once they get a single goal lead and not really be able to be scored upon. Well, Ramon Rivera was able to find the back of the net in that very situation and force overtime. And for a lot of the game, Evanston really appeared to have an advantage. Now, early on in this game, 15 minutes is all in. We've got 80 to play in all, and maybe more than that. It was all the overtime games we've had this year. I can't say I've seen the advantage for Evanston so far, but haven't seen a large advantage for Green River either. It's been a lot of back and forth, not much mounting of an attack, a lot of counters and some kicks down.
Yeah, and Evanston's been going a lot of long balls. We saw one right there that became a little bit dangerous, but Killett got out there to clear it out. And Evanston, we haven't seen them work it up much. Green River's definitely possessed the ball more.
Throw in for Cornea on the near flag side.
This is a play that Coach Bieber was definitely concerned about. That's long throw in.
Tosses it up, and the ball squirting around. It's been to the back of the net. Evanston scores. Not sure exactly who got it. I think it was Ramon Rivera, though, who was finally the player to see it. That ball was just left out like a loaf of bread on a Sunday market.
And I've talked about it all season long about the spin that Tyus has on that throw in, and there it makes it's so tough for Killett to grab hold of that ball, and so Evanston gets the goal there, and Tyus with his 3rd assist of the season, all 3 of those on throw-ins.
And a goal on a throw-in as well. Chad Cornea right down below. I'm sure he got that on his film. Hayden Counts kicks off for Green River as we resume play. Evanston up 1-0. And Evanston struck first, not exactly in the same manner, but struck first against Green River last time and put them in the unfamiliar territory of being down so many years when they try to push forward. But I will say, I don't know if it's a personnel change. I don't know if it's lack of execution or what exactly it is, but Green River has not shown that same patented major push at the beginning of the game. They've been more balanced throughout contests than in maybe 2, 3, 4 years past.
And Coach Bieber also told me he feels like his defensive line, those three defenders just did not play well last time these teams met. And he's probably thinking about the same thing so far in this one, as Evanston has the 1-0 lead and has had a couple of attacks.
Header by Escalante. Stoger takes that away. 24-04 in Evanston with a 1-goal lead on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
The Steel Fabrication Shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment, including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Wind getting the best of us here in the box, and it is a little breezy outside. Nothing like what we had in Casper on Saturday at the baseball contest. But all in all, no snow, at least not yet. But that's what the wind's blowing for, Ryan, because tomorrow we're predicted to have some bad weather for a pair of home games.
You saw a 60% chance of snow?
Well, Boyd did, and he relayed that onto me, and so that's what we're going with. He's the guy with the accurate weather apps. I've got the Apple one, and we know how well that works.
Yeah. Well, my Apple one yesterday said snow for Tuesday. Today said maybe some rain for tomorrow.
Yeah,
but
I think
then
that's
later
on. Yeah.
But then when I looked back at it later today, it said was back to saying snow.
Mm-hmm. And I think it could start snowing tonight as soon as that weather goes down cold enough. But we could be seeing rain even potentially toward the end of this game. No? No, says Boyd. He refuses to believe it. I'll tell you what, these clouds look like they have the potential at some point. They're not too threatening at the moment, but that wind has the tendency to make things change in a hurry. 21-35 on this game. Evanston up 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Vergara loses it, sends it back down and out of bounds, and Evanston, after tomorrow, is back to the wide field the rest of the season, whether that's 2 more games, 4 more games, or 7 more games. I could also have 5 in there as well. No, I guess you get at least 2 at state. Mm-hmm. But you have the single elimination game next Thursday, and we should mention that. I know I did on baseball just briefly, but we will have those games for you, regional soccer action this year for the first time ever as well, and we're talking full video, full audio for both the boys and the girls.
Yeah, and so that'll start, I think, Thursday, May 9th. We'll be able to cover all the Evanston games at the regional tournament, thanks to Dr. Jared Barton.
And that's the thing is that, you've seen other outfits from other places cover those games before, get those fees down that the WHSA puts down. Well, that usually comes as a result of community support, and Dr. Jared Barton said, hey, I want to see these games. I think the community should see them. I'm willing to sponsor them, and we appreciate him stepping up to the bat and making that happen because the WHSAA, they have their own ideas about how video should be run and the freeness of it, and we don't charge for video, unlike them, and so at times that costs us.
And, while you're mentioning that, we have so many sponsors that we want to thank and invite you to do business with those sponsors who sponsor these broadcasts because that's what makes them possible.
And that's exactly right. You got everyone that's putting the money forth. That's how we get it so that you don't have to be charged to watch these games. And you can watch them anywhere, and you can go back and watch them even. Don't have to pay a thing outside of your fee that you pay for internet, whether that's on a cell phone, I guess a Ethernet, or if you're like Ryan and myself, the old telephone, the old rotary telephone dial-up router.
It takes a little more time, the dial-up, and but you get used to the the noise.
I installed a internet router to a 1993 computer running on Windows 3.1 back in about 2006. So this is well after the point. It was it was alarming to me the first time I set it up, and I found out it was analog. So it was using the old. It had an automatic finger pusher to get that little rotary going around. So it didn't have the doo-doo-doo. Okay. It just had.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you ever have a computer that had a little digital readout to tell you how fast it was working?
Oh, yeah.
Like the 286 or the...
Whoa, 286? You mean
Wasn't
like 24.8 kilobits per second is what I always got.
I think my dad had one that said like 286 megahertz, I think is what it was.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, we never had internet like that. We were at 24. Once tried to download a 10-minute video, and it said that'll be ready in 23 and a half hours.
Sounds about right.
18:28 left. 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston leading Green River.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on mylocalradio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
There is no job too small or too big. You'll find what you need at the Lumberyard in Evanston. We carry over 25,000 products under one roof. If we don't have it, we can order everything you need to finish every project, large or small. The Lumberyard also delivers. Make sure you always check the Lumberyard first. Excellent prices, great customer service, and quality products. Now you can even shop online at thelumberyard.com. The Lumberyard, 400 Front Street in Evanston. Have a player down for Evanston, slapping up, and clock stopped. So slapping the ground is not feeling all that good. I saw a video yesterday, maybe even today it was, of professional soccer in Dubai, where a player, I don't know if this was certainly not the best field planning, but a player got pushed and then went headfirst backwards into a metal pole about 3 feet by 3 feet. You could audibly on the camera sound pick up the ding that his head made. And, of course, the joke was made that we had our first legitimate soccer injury. No one knew what to do about it. They were all surrounding him, waiting him to stand up.
Well, I hope we don't have
no kidding.
One here.
Clock stopped at 17:08.
Today's game makes this week busy for both teams, Jake. You've mentioned it already. You know, Evanston hosting Star Valley tomorrow and then at Jackson Friday. For Green River, it's at Kelly Walsh on Friday and then at Natrona Saturday. So they'll still have the rest of this week to kind of get settled back in and into the routine.
Yeah.
Before a trip to Casper Friday, Saturday.
Is that Rivera?
It's Ramon, yeah.
Yeah, and that's their sophomore wing who's been a good goal scorer for them throughout this year and certainly someone they cannot afford to lose.
Leading the team, yeah, with his goal today. He's got 3 this season.
Clock resumes. Free kick for Eric Gwaltney. Wiley taps back to Cornea. High loft up there. Zips through outside Perez onto the wing. Has Wiley at the middle, just trying to hold on to it at the moment. Throw in for the Evanston Devils. That brings the long run for Tyus Cornea, who scored from farther out from here this year on a throw-in.
Yeah, against Rock Springs. Both the first 2 goals in the first half for Evanston were off of Cornea throw-ins. One that went straight in and one that Pablo headed in.
Good loft and some spin. Leaves an opening on the goal, and a swing and a whiff missed, as that would have been a tough one, but it may have gotten through as the goalkeeper was on the opposite side.
Yeah, goalkeeper Killett was out of position, but not a lot of windows to kick that ball through.
I think that was
Julian
Beltran out there taking the spin. Throw in for Evanston on the near side. Of course, Cornea. Up high. Big drop and kill it. Loses his positioning and allows a second goal. Brought back, I think Julian Beltran got a little retribution on that play.
Yeah. A big swing and a miss, and then a swing and a hit the back of the net.
And very similar plays where that ball was coming down and it forced Killett out, and he got out of position. That time I think he tried to catch it, but ended up more of a punch. And at 15:48, Beltran with the goal.
And I believe that's his first varsity goal for the Red Devils.
Well, Evanston went up 2-0 against a Sweetwater County opponent a week and a day ago. Well, I guess not even that. Was it a Tuesday game? So 6 days ago.
Less than a week ago.
And they do the same here with 15:48 left in the first half. This Evanston team at the bottom of the barrel, playing the best soccer of their season clearly, and looking to compete with some teams they may be seeing a little bit later on if they can get through an opponent first.
Coaches talk about, we got to execute, and especially teams that you play on a regular basis. Green River knows, Coach Bieber knows that is probably Evanston's best opportunity to score, their best attack, that long throw in from Cornea. And despite preparing for that, knowing it's coming, that's 2 goals Evanston has scored in almost the same way.
And a big long corner kick is the result of a narrow field, I would have to assume there. As Green River's playing for its first time on a smaller field, as that corner goes normal field, probably closer to the face of the goal, this time a little bit out. Probably missed a little bit to the left one way or another. Stoger taps out, left wing to try and find it into the box. Foose can't hold on to it. Down to under 15 to play. And Evanston with a 2-0 lead on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Welcome back to Evanston City Field. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. A pair of goals on throw-ins for the Red Devils. First was Rivera, right?
Right.
Who's since exited, and then most recently by Julian Beltran. Ooh, Cornea with the upending of Chase Stoger.
Not too bad of a play. That slows down what Green River was trying to just push, a quick counter, and gives him a free kick, but not in a very dangerous spot.
Yeah, Cornea may be a little bit jealous of Chase Stoger's former pass, punt, kick national championship.
I think they just gave Tyus a yellow card.
I could see it, I guess. It was a very physical play. Cornea comes out, but that's a rare one for Cornea to come out at all. Clock stops at 13:05. But looking at that, with that heavy hit, I said maybe a little jealous of that pass, punt, kick title. Cornea pretty good at all three as well.
Right.
Also good at upending. Pass, punt, kick, hit. I think Cornea gets the upper edge over Stoger.
If you add the hit to the pass, punt, kick.
Well, the clock didn't restart because I think we had some substitutions. So I think that was an early kick. So let's try to reset it again here.
Yeah, the official had not given the whistle to get things going again, and is that Gwaltney back there? Just said, "Oh, Kyle Ivey, we're ready to go. Let's do this."
Yeah, no, that is Gwaltney on the kick. Ivey, sitting at midfield, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Clock restarted. Gwaltney with the big boot. Moving, and whoa, just a hand of help for Latham Chandler or that's a hop over and into the back of the net, and we're at 2-1.
Boy, and that what a great kick by Gwaltney, because it came down where a couple of his guys had a chance to get a deflection off the head or maybe a foot on it and move it out of the way. That's why Chandler had to come out, and that put him in a dangerous spot trying to get back after the bounce.
Corner kick from Fuse again goes long. Heading from behind, Angel Rodriguez sends it up to Escalante. Trying to control it. Perez is offside and trying to stay as the slow-moving Green River defense isn't allowing for much. Pablo tries from way outside and sends it right to the post.
He was going to, I think he was trying to kick it over the keeper. Killett had come out a fair bit, and if Pablo gets, I think the kick that he was trying to get was a bouncer like Gwaltney just put up a minute ago. That one could have been a lot closer.
Jafet Godina gives about a minute of clock time in relief for Cornea after the yellow card, who comes right back in. Well, Cornea, always an aggressive player, is going to have to play with a little bit of caution the rest of the way because we can't be without him. In the back line with a 2-0 lead. Kyle Ivey shoots it forward. Cortez and Cornea running with it. Cortez to Cornea in the box. Not a lot of options. Centers gets it for a throw-in at the very least to avoid the corner.
And then you're talking about Cornea and his value on that back line. When Jackson beat Evanston 8-0, Tyus was not here that day. He was out of town, I believe, a death in the family, and that took him away from the team for the day. But Coach Richens told me before today's game they definitely want to have and need to have Cornea for the rest of the games this week.
Throw in from Gwaltney. Close up. Chandler goes up. Leaves the net a little bit open. Not much space. Header up. Chandler grabs it. Latham with a couple of saves on that single play. 11 minutes left in the first half. Evanston leading 2-0. Green River playing with some urgency here, and the attack that we said wasn't really showing early on. Stoger whips it back with the left leg and goes high of the post.
Boy, he's good. One of the things that makes him so dangerous is left, right. He's is it dexterous if you're talking about feet?
Yeah, sure. Why not? And look that over the break to see if there's a difference. I don't have anything better for you. Root word dexterity.
Right.
And I don't know if that refers to just arms, hands.
I don't think
or
so.
Or if it's all limbs included.
Right. And the AMBA means both.
Mm-hmm. We should really hold a word. Maybe a
like
show,
a
morning show. Just
morning show?
Morning show, yeah.
Maybe a segment.
Today with words.
Dexterity, right?
Hawk taps ahead, looking for Escalante. Taken away. Ariano, who had both of the goals for Green River last time into the game for the first time, just a freshman, and I believe there were some injuries that led to Ariano getting out on the field as much as he did, but he had some good opportunities and took advantage of them when he did. A lot of bumping back and forth in the box, and it sends Nick Finlow down to the ground. He got sandwiched between two players. They play on. Green River tumbling down, and a call here. Stoger draws it for a free kick straight away. And he got tripped up there.
And he pulled the headband off in frustration. He's pretty mad about what just went down.
Who?
Stoger is?
Chase Stoger? Not in wrestling. Oh, when he was young. Okay. I've seen him play basketball since he was a freshman, but okay. Pass punt kick champion. And with the kick, straight over the wall and right into the hands of Chandler. I don't know what wrestling's going to do for you on a soccer field, though. Nothing legal.
Be in good shape.
Yeah. Wrestling practice was always enough to keep me away from the sport.
Yeah, that was always enough of a deterrent.
Oh, it doesn't matter where in the country you are. There's nowhere smellier than a wrestling room in high school. You can say what you want.
Yeah,
there is nothing
smell
smellier than a wrestling room. Yeah, you can mid-season. Ooh, you got to watch it, especially when the storms come. You don't want to open up the doors. Nice header by Counts. And Hayden, he's had a couple of header attempts today.
And he was the one that last year against Evanston had the Triple Crown. Scored 3 goals, all 3 of Green River's goals in the win at Green River over the Red Devils.
Under 8 to play in the first half. Evanston leading 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
You can always trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. We can repair all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation systems with ease. Sewer cleaning and septic tanks installation and servicing. We do it. Call Landmark Plumbing and Heating and ask about the on-demand water heater. You can always trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. 307-789-8793. Find us in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston on top of Green River at Evanston City Field with 6:15 left in the first half. And a throw in from the near side for Tyus Cornea, who is assisted essentially on both of those goals already for Evanston on throw-ins. And the Red Devils scored 2 goals last time they played Green River, but gave up 2 as well. Trying to avoid that right now as Caleb Richards loses it. Ariano goes through a couple of players and runs right through Weston Wiley. Leads to a free kick. Or was that just a play on?
No, just a play on.
That was I thought the ball got picked up. That's what I thought I saw, but no, it just sent back to Gwaltney. Down to 5:35 to play. Back 4 for Evanston is Godina on the left back side and Rodriguez on the right with Cortez and Cornea in the center positions.
We've talked about, Jake, a number of times the athleticism of Rodriguez back there. And, Angel hasn't played a lot of soccer before this year, but the value for this team, I mean, when you think about having that kind of an athlete back there, that's part of what, and mention, of course, Garfias and Godina back there on defense as well, and Cortez as well. But having those guys in the back line is what allows Evanston to push Tyus up for those throw-ins. In past seasons, we haven't seen Tyus go all the way up quite as frequently or consistently on those throw-ins. And talk about those 2 goals that Evanston has today on Tyus's throw-ins. Those may not happen without that back line of defenders playing as well as they have.
Free kick for the defender, Cornea. Headed up by Hawk into Richens. Bodies it. Ariano trying to box out. Turns around on it. Richens fighting for position against Sean Ariano. And knocked out of bounds by Godina, and then a heavy shoulder put in by Watts Pavey. 4:21 left to play in the first half, and a 2-0 lead for Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy board over Green River here at Evanston City Field.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Down to the final 3 minutes and change of this first half as Latham Chandler makes another save over the break. He's made several today. One thing, sometimes you get all those saves in, you think it's only a matter of time. One thing I have liked out of this Evanston team, both today and then last week on Tuesday when they did play, there's been less of those head shaking. Why did that happen? On maybe the side to side, the goal kick to the side of the defense, then you lose it, give it right back to the offense. They have appeared. Here's a throw in. Chandler comes out, bobbles it, and grabs it. Make it another save for Latham. There's been more trust shown, and you see that fast throw forward. There's been more trust shown for the Evanston defense and then offense midfielders to get it up and down the field. A lot of play here, and Pablo Escalante called for the push forward, gives it back to Green River. Watts Pavey, the player getting sent down. Gwaltney with a good leg could try to take a shot from here again.
That was almost like Pablo was given some payback after Watts Pavey had given that little shoulder to one of the Red Devils a few minutes ago. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, beautiful shot, and it's in for Green River. It was Hayden Counts on the third time's the charm on his header attempts in the box. Make it 2-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. And do we have a change on that, Ryan?
I think they said he was offside.
Offsides calls it away. So stop the clock still, I guess, but it'll be reset and a goal kick out upon the whistle. So take it away. Wow. What a disappointing course of events for. Get that clock started again. Need to start the clock again on the field. Wow. Chase Stoger was just in front of that, and I think he was onside. The ball went just beyond him as he threw his head out, and then it went into Counts, who apparently was just offside.
The hard thing about offside, especially if you look back at it, is it's when the ball is played, where is the player, not when the ball gets there.
And maybe the Evanston defense made a half step forward just before the kick to say, well, we're not giving up anything, because Gwaltney, for a second straight time, from about midfield, set up a perfect assist opportunity.
Yeah, you're right about that. We've talked about Gwaltney and the throw-in danger that he is. He's got a great leg for those long kicks, those long balls to try and set something up inside.
Well, I don't think he has quite the power or accuracy of Corney on the throw, and he's got I think it is better. He's probably stronger on the kicks.
Yeah, agreed.
Substitutions for Evanston with 50 seconds left and the score at 2-0 still. Cornea back on the goal kick. At the half, we'll hear from Brian Richens, talk to him about the week ahead and the week after that, even in regional soccer, with all of the games, as many as 6 games in 2 weeks if the Evanston Devils can advance through an elimination game on Thursday. But first, they need to try and improve their seeding through this week. So far, off to a good start, up 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board over the Green River Wolves. The second half and 40 minutes up on the clock, Green River was able to come back and equalize last time against Evanston. The Red Devils will be looking to do something similar as far as what they did in the first half, in the second as well. Down to 7 seconds left to play, and a goal kick out by Green River lands out of just in play into our header of Ariano with time expiring. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, 40 minutes down, and when we come back, we'll hear from Coach Brian Richens for the Evanston Red Devils on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the Three Musketeers at T-Bar S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
Welcome back to Evanston City Field. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. Evanston with a goal by Ramon Rivero, followed up by a second goal on a throw-in as well. And a nice little boot in by Julian Beltran. Ryan, times on those goals coming at, 25 and about 15, about 10 minutes apart on those two. And Rivera, in between that time, was sent out with an injury, looked like a knee injury, maybe on the right side, and that certainly hurts Evanston moving forward, depending on what it is. We haven't seen him back since then. Don't know anything on that. But they have been able to continue and actually get another goal in even without him.
Yeah, Ramon, that was his third goal of the season that leads Evanston. They've got a handful of others with one or two. But that certainly will be, Evanston will be hoping he gets back in. He was helped from where he went down all the way to the bench. I mean, he was not walking on his own, but we'll hope that he's all right. Aside from that, though, Evanston has possessed the ball fairly well. It's been about 50-50, I think. Green River's had their share of possessions and shots and opportunities. Gwaltney's long free kicks have probably been the most dangerous opportunities for Green River.
Well, and we had a goal in that was then taken away on an offside call. It just took a little bit of time to see that the offside call had come in, but a header by Hayden Counts negated. Otherwise, it would be 2-1. And as it stands, Evanston up 2-0. When we come back, like we said, we'll hear from Brian Richens, talk to him about the week ahead in soccer and how to prepare for all of these games, knowing you need them, and then also try to figure out how are we going to keep legs for then next week, getting ready for the regional tournament. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
We're here to help strengthen our community. Yes, that's right. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we take pride in belonging to our community. We encourage people of every race, gender, and belief to come together and give their all towards the betterment of our community. It's about people helping people. When you join our credit union, you also join a movement. At Trona Valley, we are thankful for our members, member NCUA, trust NCUA, a credit union system that is safe, sound, and secure.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live. Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Turns out to be a busy week for Brian Richens and the Evanston Red Devil program. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, all rolling into a final push for the regional seeding where you sit, needing a lot of work to be done to be able to move up, but if nothing else, you've finally been able to practice outside, and you're trying to get to the point where you can upset a team if you get into a regional game. That with today in Green River, how do you feel about that matchup?
I feel like it's a really good matchup for us. I mean, Green River has done well throughout the season, and they've been scoring goals, but I felt like when we played them last time, obviously, 2-2 tie, We were pretty even with them, and then we've had time to practice outside since, and I feel like they match up well with us.
Now, what about Tuesday? Star Valley, there's been so much jumbling. You were the most recent team to knock down Rock Springs amidst that 3-game skid, and then now they've gone from number 1, really, then down to number 2, and now all the way down to number 4. Star Valley jumps up into the number 2 spot. What do you see out of them?
They're a really athletic team, and I watched 2 of their games over the weekend. Relentless, they just keep coming at you. So we're going to have to up our pace a little bit against them. And then we have to play sound fundamentally, because when you make a mistake, they hurt you for it.
And then finally Jackson, a team that at the beginning of the year maybe came out of nowhere, but they look solid, and they're currently standing in the number 1 spot. You finish out the regular season against them on Friday. Yeah,
they are scoring goals at a pretty fantastic clip. And they do scare me a little bit, especially being the third of the games this week. We've got some things we're going to do to try to neutralize what they were doing to us last time. We've got to make the field just half a field for them, because they have a lot of their strategy is to move the ball from one side of the field to the other side of the field and then smack it up into the backfield and go score. And so we've got to make sure when they go to one side, we keep them to that side and make them sort of one-dimensional.
Well, what about the week itself? 3 matches in a single week leading into that regional tournament where you'd probably like to be a little fresher. You will get the weekend, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to sort of recover. But practice-wise, fatigue-wise, what's the focus and what's the best thing that you can do in this situation?
Well, you have to win 3 games in 3 days to win a regional or state title. So I don't think it's a bad thing to have these 3 games in this week. We have done some practicing outside. Of course, every coach would love to practice more, but we will manage Wednesday and Thursday in a way that we can try to get our legs back for Friday, and then head into regional week. And I think those 4 or 5 days off regional week will be fine. I think this is going to be a really good prep for us heading into regionals.
Where the conference standings have settled at the moment, there's been so much shuffling in the last week and a half. Did you see that kind of happening when you saw those teams and trying to figure out which one was it going to be at the top?
I didn't really see that we would have as much jumbling. I thought somebody would sort of set themselves apart right away. And it didn't really happen that way. Of course, we had weird scheduling, too. Star Valley and Jackson have only played conference games. They didn't go to any preseason tournaments. They didn't even play anybody for the first 3 weeks of the season. And so you didn't really know what they were going to be about. And so they've come in and kind of shocked me, at least. I don't know, maybe the other guys were expecting it, but I was not. But then, as the season's gone along, it's just like you don't know who's going to rise up each night and win. It's been really close matches, some lopsided. It's just been kind of all over the place.
What about not getting a match in on Friday? How did that affect your team? Good, bad, the otherwise?
I think we were really hungry to play that night. I really wanted to play Green River. They just come off an overtime tie with their cross-county rivals in Rock Springs, and I kind of wanted to get them right then when they had spent a night playing extra minutes. So for me, it was discouraging to not play them. The guys I've talked to today, our guys are hungry, and not having practiced or, really done anything over the weekend. Some of them got out and touched the ball a little bit. I think we're ready to go.
You're actually out and having the JV team use the Evanston City Field as a practice field. It looks beautiful. I don't think we've ever had it this green or this properly groomed.
No, it is really nice. I was surprised at how well it's recovered from the beating we put on it right when we opened it up. But it is doing well, and we're happy to play here.
Well, finally, as you look forward to regionals, I know you don't get to pick who you match up against, and I'm not going to ask you about that, but as far as your team, how close are they getting to be able to go out on a Thursday in a loser-out match?
Well, I think if we can continue to score like we did against Rock Springs, if you can put 3 in the net in a match, pretty much every night you go out, you're going to put yourself in a really good situation. And I felt like we started to figure out some scoring combinations against Rock Springs, and we're hoping to build on that tonight and then carry that forward.
Head coach of the Evanston Red Devils boys soccer program, Brian Richens, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Welcome back to Evanston City Field as the second half is just underway. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board for the Evanston Red Devils over Green River. The sides have switched. Evanston moving from left to right in the red jerseys, red pants, and blue siding for Green River. White all the way around except for some green numerals and striping for the captain's sleeve.
Tyus got a yellow card in that first half. Green River certainly had a few more free kicks because of extra physical play, pushing and things like that from Evanston. But, man, I feel like it's an advantage that the Red Devils just being more physical so far.
Ball stuck in the box, nearly comes back to bite him. A diving save made by Latham Chandler. I walked outside at halftime, and we've got snow with attitude happening outside. It's falling, and when it falls, it explodes. It makes a sound and explodes on the side of your shirt. So
Wow.
it's hard. I don't think it's going to stick. It's not pleasant, especially if you're wearing shorts.
Preparing for the 4th of July, the exploding snow.
You know, this is just a rule for me. When it's snowing, I prefer to not be wearing shorts.
Yeah, that's a good rule.
And so soccer is out in Wyoming. That's why I can't play soccer because I don't play
because of that rule.
I don't wear shorts in snow. And look at those clouds. I said had the potential to get nasty in a hurry, and I don't know exactly how bad it's going to get, but there's certainly some precipitation happening just in front of us.
Yeah, there's some, at least over there. We'll see if it comes this way or not.
Coincidentally, or actually just completely non-related, the wind has stopped, which, you know, that's what you don't want to see when the clouds move in, because that means it's not going anywhere. There was the day that the Evanston home season opened a few weeks back against Jackson, where, of course, continued to snow that morning, and the field had to be plowed off, and Boyd Child was on the radar watching the weather. There was one cloud in the whole area, which he said just sat in Evanston all morning long. It just wasn't moving anywhere. There was no wind. There wasn't a collection of clouds. There was really just one cloud, and it snowed all morning on Evanston.
And it seemed like it was a little heavier down here. That snow was really heavy. And at my house, I remember getting up that morning and shoveling it off, and it was just kind of light powder. I wasn't too worried about it, but boy, down here it was heavy, wet snow.
Usually April's my cutoff for shoveling snow.
Really?
At that point, no.
It'll melt soon enough.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Right.
Of course, you know, depends how bad it is, but I don't have a driveway, so that's a little bit different.
Right.
I've got curbside parking, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and that was my thinking. Get the driveway so we don't drive over it and have ice on the driveway longer.
Battling going on at midfield. And Green River continuing to show a lot of aggressiveness as Grant Cobb scoots out left side. Shooting to a guy I have listed as number 18 as Killett, but that can't be right because he's in the net. Unless they moved him out and put Gage Richards. Send back you there.
We'll have to take a look at the keeper's jersey number when we get a chance.
And those usually don't mean anything.
Right.
But, yeah, indeed, I don't have a number 18 outside of Killett, the keeper. Shoot in, Beltran. No, not quite. And slow to get up, holding on to his mouth. I think he may have got it was bunched around a little bit.
Yeah, I think that Killett still, at least the keeper, still wearing number 18.
Yeah. Well, it would be unheard of in the soccer season for us to have a unaccounted for jersey number.
Yeah, that's never happened. Look at an old roster I've got here. Yeah, there's no other number 18 from when Evanston played at Green River.
35-25. Left in the first half, 2-0 Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy board. And Green River continuing to turn and run. And there went Stoger on a big run on an attempted through ball by Foose. No dice there. Fuse controlling at the midfield. They push Stoger actually up to closer to the top of the formation. And he'll kind of go all around depending on where he thinks he's best at. It's kind of a freelance, like a linebacker. Where do I want to be? Where do I think I should be?
Where can he work best? And he's got such a good head for the game. His athleticism, his height. I mean, he's an ideal type of guy that a coach just loves to have. I remember my senior year of playing soccer in Utah, and
back when you were 6'3".
Back when I was, yeah. No, we got a foreign exchange student from Brazil who was about 6'2", and the coach was so excited. But, this guy's tall. We can do all kinds of stuff on corner kicks, on free kicks, on.
And then it turned out he was into Dungeons and Dragons, didn't it? He'd never played soccer.
Yeah, but he was from Brazil, so he was still better than me.
Yeah. 34 minutes left. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston over Green River.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
And just a bit outside by Eric Gwaltney. 32-38 left on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Half number 2 of Evanston Green River. And the Red Devils sitting and, for the most part, probably stuck in that 7th spot. We've mentioned it's not mathematically impossible. And look, Natrona has not been the strongest, so I wouldn't put it past them to perhaps drop all of their games remaining. But Evanston, nonetheless, still 6 points behind at current. They need 2 wins and then something more, and then nothing out of Natrona in order to be able to move out. But halfway there, at least on the 2 wins necessary. So far, so good. 2-0 up early on in the second half over Green River.
In the way things have gone, Natrona will host, I think, Green River and Rock Springs this week. And we've seen Rock Springs, the first 4 or 5 games of the conference season, they looked like, at least by record, they were one of the top, or the top team in the conference. So, and then Green River can be very dangerous as well. So, what I'm getting at is it wouldn't be a huge surprise to see Natrona not earn another win this season in conference play.
No, it really wouldn't. So 10 points, that could be very well the marker when you look at everyone they have left to play. I think it would be quite the get for Evanston to get over Jackson or Star Valley, considering how they showed last time. It would be a heck of a showing of improvement by this team.
One thing for sure is that Evanston was surprised, especially Coach Richens mentioned to us after the game against Star Valley, that he was surprised about their athleticism. And having played them once, he can come up with a strategy, a little bit of a different game plan, and that will potentially help. How much? That's a good question.
I think that throw-in's getting more illegal by the throw.
He's pushing it. How far? How far can I get away with taking it over the side?
The spin seemed to have increased over the games.
I feel like we need somebody from the Houston Astros to give us like a spin rate.
Yeah, get some
advanced analytic.
What are they called? Is it Stat Tracker?
Something.
That's the official MLB That's all done on camera angles, so apparently we could do that.
Oh.
That's none of that's done with chips in the balls or whatever. That's all done on camera angles.
Huh. Well, maybe we should figure out how to do that because I think that's a big factor.
I think they have higher powered cameras and computers than we do.
Maybe. I don't know. Major League Baseball, you think?
Perhaps. I don't think they're using stuff you can find in a Best Buy.
Once again, the corner kicks, teams just have a hard time adjusting to that. We see so many corner kicks from opposing teams go over, 5, 10 yards or more beyond the face of the goal before they come down out of the air.
And let's see if they can do any better from the other side. Green River setting up for a near flag corner kick. Just one in the box at the moment. Going a little better, but still coming in along. Cobb taps it up out of the box. And chased down by Escalante and headed Evanston's way. 29-23 left on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston up 2-0 over Green River.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar S Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
I think so.
2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and Evanston gets the throw in. I swore it was off on Evanston.
Yeah, the official on that line, the line judge initially said Green River throw, but everybody else, I mean, even the players, they were heading down to get set for an Evanston throw.
And a testament to never give up on your dreams.
That's right.
Counterattack for Green River. It's one-on-one. Look at that move. Vergara still working with it. Cortez comes from behind, knocks him down, and play on. Say the officials as he kind of got tripped up and maybe felt something in the back and tried to sell it.
Yeah, that was exactly, I think, from what I could see, looked like a good no call. Vergara kind of backed into the contact and made himself fall down.
Gwaltney called for a foul. I think it's got to be on him. He planted his feet. There's no charging in soccer, is there?
No, you can't take the charge.
Free kick. No, you don't need to stop the clock. You can just keep going for that. $26.50 left. And Escalante on the shot. Nice little drop there, but falling into the hands of Killett.
The 3 Evanston players got in there quick in case Killett bobbles that or drops it out of his hands. That's good hustle.
Grant Cobb working up the left wing for Green River. Now moving more towards the center. Cuts through a right, left, through ball to nobody.
And a great job, again, by Evanston. They had the attack going. It didn't work out, but they got back quickly enough defensively to have that back line of defenders.
A little shoulder ball. Shoulders aren't hands, Ryan.
No.
We never looked ambidextrous up.
No, we didn't.
We need a break. In 1 minute, we will have a break. And we will close the case on that as if it's ambidextrous for feet and hands. Question, Ryan.
Yes.
If you only have one hand, are you ambidextrous?
Wow, that's no, because I think ambo, like it means two or both.
Oh, it does mean two? I thought it meant both. In which case, I got this one and that one. Yeah. We got a lot to work and look up.
If we're going to start this morning show about the language.
I've got some books. the dictionary, for one. Down to 25-14. Moving Green River's way on a near side throw-in. And that narrow field, keeping balls go this way, go that way. Down to 24-44, subs in. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston over Green River.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
We each have 168 hours in every week. When you exercise 2 to 3 hours a week, everything about your life gets better. I know this from personal experience. This is Ben Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston. 2 to 3 hours of exercise per week will help you feel better, you will have more energy and confidence, your clothes will fit better, and the list goes on. Set yourself up for success. Visit Flex Fitness today and let us help you achieve a more healthy lifestyle. Flex Fitness, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
When you hear Lazy Boy, Serta, and Ashley, what do you think of? Probably recliners, counting sheep, and furniture. Well, now you need to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. What about GE and Simmons Beauty Rest? Don't forget to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. Whenever you think of top-of-the-line brand-name furniture, think Kazine's Furniture. From the front room to the bedroom, the kitchen to the office, Kazine's has the furniture you're looking for. Kazine's Furniture on Front Street in Evanston. Ask about 6 months, no interest OAC. New owners, new inventory, Kazine's Furniture.
Jake Hibbert joined alongside Ryan Steinekert doing a soccer broadcast / word fair here on MyLocalRadio.com. Down to 23:10 left. Well, over the break I had the chance to look it up. Ambi, of course, Latin. We knew that, though.
Right.
Means both. So not two, but both. I was thinking bi would be two, so this is both. Or around, as in the term of ambient noise.
Oh, yeah,
generally
makes
around.
sense.
Okay, so we got that. So it's both. Then you look at dexterous, and you have showing or having skill, especially with the hands.
Aha.
And so it says especially with the hands, but is it strictly only the hands? So then that leads to can you be ambidextrous with the feet? And the answer is generally no one's going to argue with you, but technically ambipedal.
Ambipedal.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it might be.
Yeah.
Two boys, when boys are 3, 4, 5 years old, it's all about dinosaurs, right? So you learn the bipedal. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The quadrupeds.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm familiar at least with pedal, but didn't put that ambipedal together.
Wouldn't have thought of that. No, I didn't. I didn't have that one in my back pocket.
I was trying to go like ambidextrous or something. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, and so I don't think it seems like no one's going to get too much on you for that one.
Okay.
It's probably used in soccer.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous over ambipedal.
Yeah. If we were on the radio, somebody might be worried about us saying ambipedal and say, can you say that on the radio?
But luckily, we're on MyLocalRadio.com, so technically we can say whatever we want.
Keep her out.
Like that. That was close.
Oof. What a great play there by Grant Cobb, though. He just found space and went to it with the ball. And sometimes you think, let's clear this out, kick it as hard as I can as a defender. But Cobb knew where his keeper was. He saw the space on this side and just controlled it, kept it close, and bought some time for his keeper to get back in the goal.
8 minutes before 8 p.m. Before 7 p.m. Here's 6:52 on MyLocalRadio.com. Tomorrow, we're back on the internet, 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock for the girls, followed by the boys. Evanston versus Star Valley right here at Evanston City Field for soccer. Wednesday, 6 o'clock on the radio and online against Green River for Evanston Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM. Again, that game on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Nothing Thursday. Friday, 4 o'clock and 6 p.m. Evanston versus Jackson, the regular season closer for soccer. That's at Jackson Hole High School. And then Saturday, And then Saturday, 2 games for the Evanston Outlaw baseball program and a tournament in Rock Springs. Don't have the times or opponents for those games yet. And then we have some Evanston baseball happening next week. But Thursday, don't know the times for this either, but we do have 2 more soccer broadcasts at least with the Evanston Devils heading to the regional tournament. We'll have the video stream for that. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and thank you to Dr. Jared Barton for covering the fee for video to let us bring those games to you.
That regional tournament May 9th, 10th, and 11th, and that's in Casper. Did you mention that in Natrona, right?
Oh, no, I didn't, because I don't want to talk about it.
Another trip to Casper.
Well, they just get it all the time. They've had it twice in the time that I've been doing the radio.
Huh.
Yeah. There's 7 teams now.
Wait, Natrona's had it twice in that span?
Natrona had it my first year at my local radio. That would have been the 2016 season. And now in the 2019 season, they have it again.
Now, I believe Evanston was slated to have it this year, right? But with regional track being here, Evanston deferred or traded. Is that what it was?
Something like that. I like how they don't want Evanston to have regional track and regional soccer, but Casper gets state basketball every year and say, well, whatever. Well, you can't have too many things over here.
No.
No. Loft up, and Ryland Worley misses on it. 18:44 left on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston up 2-0.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent from Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
Back here on MyLocalRadio.com, 17:20 left and ticking away for Evanston on the throw-in. Tyus Cornea sends it long into the box with the spin and knocked back out. Weston Wiley boots it down. Nice run for Ryland Worley, and there was no flag up. He was onside on that run. Just a hair late. Good thought.
Wiley with good touch on that pass. Or I don't know if he was trying to shoot, but it looked like a good pass to that side and just kind of looped it up and over the defense.
Evanston showing some patience, up 2-0. Here's Perez on the right side. Clock running out on time. Takes a shot, misses high, and not really to the right, just a little bit high.
That was impressive by Perez. He saw the ball coming and kind of flicked it with his chest to move it forward and get it in a position where he could get to it before the defender and make that run.
Again, back here tomorrow against Star Valley. Evanston, with a win today, would move up to 6 points in the standings and would still be 4 behind Natrona. So you'd need another win, and then I guess they'd be 3. They'd be at 4 to 7. So they'd need another win to tie Natrona as is, with 1 win and 1 tie on the season already.
I think Evanston has a tie, doesn't it?
Yeah, so 1 tie and 1 win at 4 points. So put them at 7, not 6.
Right.
And tied Green River, in fact. Tied Green River, beat Rock Springs. So you're going back and think about it, Evanston with its closest opponents, if they can hold on here, would finish 2-1-1 against Sweetwater County on the year.
Yeah.
It's just those other schools that have been in trouble. You get up to Teton County, I think Afton, is that Lincoln County?
Is it?
Is that Lincoln? Yeah, Lincoln County and then Natrona County. Those schools have been the offers for Evanston so far, but a chance, and chance is 2 more this week to change that.
It'll be interesting to see how Evanston changes its approach tomorrow against a team that lost to 3-0 at Star Valley, and then Friday at Jackson, and a team that's a Jackson team that beat Evanston 8-0 here. And Jackson's just quickness in its attack was so impressive, especially on the field this size.
Make another goal in for David Perez. 3-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Angel Rodriguez sent one down onto the ground, and Killett couldn't handle it. He pushed it out in front of him, and that opened up David Perez with an open net with Killett just down on the ground. He pounds a fist after giving up the goal. Comes at 14:48 remaining. Evanston has taken a 3-goal lead. Perez has scored, Rivera has scored, and Beltran has as well. Not just 3 goals for the Devils for the second time in less than a week, but 3 players getting involved.
Well, and I love to see these things open up differently. I mean, before that goal, 4 of the last 5 goals Evanston had scored were off a Tyus Cornea throw-in. But Perez finding a way to get it done in a different way. And, Jake, I think before last week, Evanston had scored like 5 goals on the whole season. And 2 of those against Green River. But just in the last 2 games, 5 goals, or 6 goals now with that second one third one by Perez.
Well, if you go back and remember the last time Evanston played Green River, that was marked their first and second goals of the entire season. And that was not opening weekend or even the week after that. 14:15 left in a 3-0 lead for Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy board over Green River here at Evanston City Field.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
3-1, make it 3-0, I should say, on the Impact Physical Therapy board, but had another thing on the mind. We should mention it was 8-1 against Jackson. We forgot about a goal when, all the goals Jackson did get in. Evanston did get one, so they have scored against Jackson, and that's about it so far, trying to get improvement and take some of this momentum. Looking like with 12:33 left, they'll be going into that game with at least winning 2 of the last 3, see what they can do against Star Valley tomorrow.
And one of the talking with Coach Richens again earlier, I think it was last week when I was talking to him, and he said one of the most important things, and we've talked about the mathematical situation as far as conference points and trying to get out of that 7th spot, but he feels like a focus for his team right now has to be increasing confidence. And so if they can win 2 or 3 of these last 3 games or last 4 games, including last week's win over Rock Springs, that may not move them up in the standings, but if they have that confidence going into the regional tournament, that could go a long way.
Escalante opts to keep it down on the ground there, trying to find a teammate down. It's knocked out. Throwing back to Green River, but out of time are they. And substitutions coming in for Evanston will tick another 10 seconds off the clock. Gwaltney waiting for a throw-in.
I would expect Coach Richens to take advantage of just about every substitution opportunity for the next 11 minutes and 26 seconds.
Got a great name out here, Ulysses Sains, number 14, checking in on the left side for Evanston at midfield. 11-11 left. 3-0 for Evanston. You got to watch these counters, and I guess at 3 goals you're starting to think about they sub every single time, and here's another sub for Evanston.
Right.
And when they can get a chance, they can't sub at this juncture.
You're also thinking sub to rest some guys because you got to play tomorrow against Star Valley and then again Friday.
Gwaltney to Chandler and a whistle blown for, was that a push?
I think offsides.
Offside.
But again, a great ball by Gwaltney. If that's just a couple feet shorter at most, I mean, his guy was right there to make a play on it.
Angel Rodriguez with the boot. Down about half of the field when it finally hops. Long run, and whoa, Gwaltney just sent Perez down to the ground, and an advantage flag is rolling for whenever this play settles. He got sent down, and that looked intentional.
Yeah, it certainly was not playing the ball without a doubt. And
well, the ball wasn't there.
The lead official said that became enough of a play, enough of a scoring opportunity for Evanston that they're not going to stop play for it, though.
That looked like a yellow card. Corner kick for Green River.
I don't think, knock on wood, we've seen Green River have a corner kick yet that wasn't too long.
And just like that one was pretty good. They kept it lower finally. Grant Cobb fighting for it. Still in the box, turned around, Foose. Back to Cobb. And down to 9:22 left. A throw-in for Green River and A.J. Vergara. Header missed by Stoger. And frustration clearly mounting as Evanston does what you do when you're up 3 goals in a situation like that. Knock it out of bounds. Run some more clock. 9 minutes left on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston at home trying to collect their second victory of the year. Up 3-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board over Green River.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need them, they'll be there. Specializing in plumbing, air conditioning repairs, furnace installation and repairs, water heaters, HVAC system installation and maintenance. What's in your ductwork? Landmark Plumbing and Heating. And do your excavation work for septic systems and sewer cleaning. 307-789-8793. You'll find them in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you want to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
Down to the final 7:40 left as the ball continues to roll out of bounds. Much to the pleasure of the Evanston Red Devils with a 3-0 lead over Green River. Green River as frantic as they've been, but really they've had a high sense of urgency all half long. They still just haven't been able to get anything in as of yet. Vergara trying to change that, moving up the middle, fires, and Cornea cuts off the lane.
Evanston has just been so good defensively. They're hustling to every loose ball. Those 50-50s have been won a lot more by Evanston today, especially anything on Green River's attacking half. Evanston is closing out quickly, cutting off angles and passing lanes. And it's been a great display of hustle by the Red Devil defense.
Foose knocked out of bounds by Rodriguez.
And the physicality play right there by Rodriguez, knocking Foose on his backside, maybe a little more physical than it needed to be, and could have been a yellow. I mean, that wasn't blatant. It wasn't malicious. But the physicality there for Evanston, they've won that battle today, and that's a big part of that 3-0 lead.
And as they opt to try a different person to throw in, well, I guess they get a corner out of that. It's taken almost 25 seconds off the clock. High and long and way too long again. Chased down by Green River just in and stolen away. Now send it down if you're Evanston. Let's take all the time off, and that's what they're thinking. But it gets deflected. Counts, and Cornea, a pair of 15s battling for it. Lofted up, and a dangerous play, but Ulysses heads it up forward to Perez. Kicked out by Richens. No, it stays in. Worley dabs ahead. Down to under 6 minutes to play. A push in the back by Escalante. Goes on called for the moment, or the middle official, the head. No, calling him down and headed Green River's way. And he's calling for Pablo. Saying, not giving you a card, but I just want you to know that I see you.
Yep. Saw Cornea make a nice play down here to clear that ball out after it was deflected and Green River had it. And Tyus touched it once, I think it was with his chest, and then a quick second touch before it even hit the ground, got it with his foot to really get that clear out.
Down to 5:30, and below that even, down to about 5:20 left. Handball called on Evanston and Caleb Richens. That's a wrong name, not Caleb Richens. That's a different family altogether. Try Curtis Richens.
I can see how you'd get confused. It starts with a K, ends with a Richens.
Yeah. I just measure my time here in Evanston by which Barton I'm on. I'm on to number 4, I think. Yes, I am. Yeah, Heidi.
Heidi, yeah. She's a sophomore this year?
Yeah, sophomore.
You can keep measuring that time for at least.
got some more.
Yeah, a couple of, I think, twins at about 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when they're gone, you'll measure time in AB, like 1 AB after Barton, 2 AB.
I like how you think there's not going to be any left. Yeah, I think Escalante was offside there.
A little bit.
Yeah, about half a shoulder it looked like really when the ball left. Crowd doesn't like it, but that was right in everyone's view.
Right. Yeah, it's a good line of sight from right here too. And
yeah.
Too bad because, boy, Pablo, I don't know if we give him a ton of credit for his speed. He's not the fastest guy out there, but, boy, when he gets going, he does have some speed and would have had a good opportunity there.
Down to 3:47 left, and 3-0 Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy board over Green River.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Education in Wyoming has been a long-held tradition. The communities that make up Uinta County School District No. 1 are committed to those traditions. Student learning, teacher and staff development, extracurricular activities for students to choose from, quality facilities that are clean and comfortable, and a transportation department that always goes above and beyond are just some of the ways we work as a community to help students succeed. Uinta County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up. The rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
Welcome back to Evanston City Field. 2.5 minutes to go and a 3-0 lead and a little bit of rumbling in the background, Ryan.
Yeah, Jake, we've got some thunder. 2 minutes left. At this point in a 3-0 game, the official would have the authority, I guess you might call it, to say, this one's in the books.
Done?
Yeah. If there were some lightning close enough that they said, okay, we got to stop this thing.
Uh-huh.
And another, other considerations that go into it are if the delay lasts more than half an hour, which would. You have to wait half an hour from the last lightning strike. So then you're getting into the situation of do you have enough light to play the game, to pick it back up and finish it.
Mm-hmm. Loft up by Stoger on the indirect. Nice header, but off target. Nonetheless, a good thought.
A lot of power on that header.
Down to 95 seconds to go.
This has been a great performance by the Red Devils, especially defensively, and that talks to how good they've been on defense today. Because Evanston has scored 3 goals twice this season, last week in the win over Rock Springs and today. One other time they've scored 2, and then they've scored 1 a couple other times. They have not scored a lot of goals this season, but to have 3 today. But I think that what's shined most to me is their defense. They have kept Green River. I mean, the Wolves have had 3-4 actual shots on goal.
Let's take a look at it now. You got Star Valley tomorrow. How that game goes is if they can be competitive with Star Valley after the last 2 outings that they've had, as we're down to 40 seconds left, I think you can start believing that despite the fact that they've basically been cheated out of an entire season, they've got a reasonable chance to try and go and fight for a state bid this year.
Right, and cheated out of a season. You're saying Mother Nature, the
never
issues with practice and even
yeah,
games.
Never happened. Practice never started happening until the last couple of weeks.
It was funny to talk with Coach Barton last Friday before the game against Green River, and she said, we've still only practiced 5 times.
Another goal for the Red Devils and make it 4-0, and I think Cornea just got one in. No, that's number 16, not Cornea. It'd be wrong number.
Is that Micah
Lichty? There we go. Blonde
Micah,
head, almost.
He scored, I think, 2 goals in the JV win over Green River last Friday.
You were at the JV game?
No, I talked to people.
Oh, okay. 4-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board with 10 seconds to go. And I think not even a lightning strike could continue this game.
Mm-hmm.
Send it down and send it out of bounds if you're Evanston. There it goes. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the game is over. Evanston has come away. 1, you get a win. 2, you're on a roll. If you get one tomorrow, it's a winning streak. The Red Devils win 4-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board over Green River. Back with final wrap-up next.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
In business since 1936, Ellingford Brothers started with 3 brothers building bridges across Wyoming. Over the years, the company has expanded into different aspects tied to construction, including ready-mix, steel fabrication, heavy hauling, hotshot services, and crushers. Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. When it comes to all things construction, come to Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. Call today, 307-789-1515. If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
The song is over, and the Evanston Red Devils have won 4-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board on a Monday night that was never supposed to happen, and just got it in as the Clouds continue to roll. 4-0 for the Evanston Red Devils. Ryan, can you run us through the scores and how they happened today?
Yeah, the Red Devils scored twice on throw-ins from Tyus Cornea, once at just under 25 minutes. Ramon Rivera was able to get a foot on it and find that back of the net. And then about 10 minutes later, Julian Beltran did about the same thing, a throw-in that went long, and Beltran was in the right spot to punch it in. Later in about 15 minutes left in the second half, it was still 2-0 Evanston, and David Perez just hustling on a play, got in a mishandled ball by the Green River goalkeeper. Perez was there for the rebound and punched it into the net. And then with just 10 seconds left to go, Micah Lichty, kind of a similar situation with Perez, ball bouncing around a little bit, Lichty in the right place at the right time, and gets his first ever varsity goal for the Evanston Red Devils. 4-0, Evanston wins.
Back tomorrow right here. Final day of the home season for Evanston soccer. 3 o'clock for the girls, 5 o'clock for the boys right here on MyLocalRadio.com against Star Valley. Girls tied with Star Valley last time out, looking for some much-needed points late in the season. The boys have 2 in a row and stand now at 7 points, 3 behind tying 6th place Natrona County. For Ryan Steinekert, I'm Jake Hibbert. Join us tomorrow on MyLocalRadio.com as Evanston and Star Valley begin battle at 3 p.m.
Today's broadcast is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting and Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. Sales manager is Julie Burley. Office manager Kayleen Anderson. Website manager Sean Hando. Production assistants Jordan Bowie and AJ Lamb. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in.